Hi guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I will teach you how to register your marriage in the Philippines after getting married here in the US. So, let's go!
All right, guys, so let's start our video. So first step is we are going to go to this website that is a consular finder. It means, so you have to remember that if you live in a different state, you are going to submit your requirements to a different embassy. So it depends what state are you living. So for example, I live in Wisconsin, so I have to submit my documents in Chicago or in Illinois embassy. So let's see. So this is the site. By the way, guys, all the web links will be put in the description box below. Okay, so you check. So this is the website. So let's look for the different embassies here in the United States. So we have General in Chicago, Philippine Consulate General in Agana, that is in Guam, and then we have in Chicago, and then Honolulu, and LA, Houston, San Francisco. So reminder, again, check the link in the description box below for you to find the specific embassy where are you going to submit your documents. Okay, so let's say I will be the one to submit the documents. I will going to use the Consulate General in Chicago. So let's go there. Okay, so there are different services that they offer, but for us, we are going to go to, they call it ROM, or Register of Marriage. So where is it? You go to services, and then here, Report of Marriage. All right, so next we are going to read all the requirements. By the way, guys, it for you to, if you're asking what is the benefits, why do you need to register your marriage in the Philippines, it's not mandatory that you register your marriage in the Philippines. It's optional. But there are benefits if you register your marriage in the Philippines. So for example, you will able to make a joint account with your husband, and then you will be able to apply and process different benefits that is related to your marriage, such as medical and life insurance. Also, you can buy a joint property together. You'll have pensions, inheritance, and stuff like that. And the important part for me as a woman is that it will allow Filipino women to legally use the surname of the husband on her identity documents, such as her passport, if she wishes to take this option. So if you wishes to take dual citizenship, then you have to first apply to register your marriage in the Philippines, and then you can process dual citizenship, and you will have a passport with your married name for your Philippine passport. So again, this is not mandatory. It's optional for you to register your marriage in the Philippines. Okay, so now that we already identify where and what consulate we are going to submit our documents, let's read the procedure. Part one is letter request signed by the parties. So I'll give you an example of the letter request that I made. One guys, so this is the example of my letter of request. So that's it. You just put on top address here. You just screenshot if you want to copy the letter of request. This is the one I used when I apply for a register of marriage, and I got approved. I applied a few months ago, guys. All right. So next documents that we need is for original accomplished report of marriage. So this is a form that is available to the website. So here, the website, there is this one, report of marriage. So we will open it in a different link. All right. Next, let's see. So it's still loading. All right, so this, you have to fill out the form, and you need 4 copies of this. Take note, you need original copies, 4 original copies of this form. And then when you fill out the form, you should not do handwritten, but you have to type it. So this is editable using, of course, PDF. You just download. Very self-explanatory, and you just fill out the form based on what you see. And then don't forget to sign. And then on the bottom, here you don't need to do anything because this is official use only. The embassy will be the one to fill out the form. There's After you fill out this form, take note, you need 4 copies of this form. Let's go back, and then you need one original copy of your marriage certificate, and then you need four photocopies. The original will be returned to you once they process your request. And then four photocopies of each both spouses' passport, and then four photocopies of proof of Philippine citizenship. So for the Filipino person that is applying, you'll just use your passport. And for your husband, you need a photocopy of the birth certificate. Next, four photocopies of each spouse birth certificate. So they also need birth certificate here. And for your husband, birth certificate, and for you as well. Best that you submit is the a PSA copy. If from the Philippines they have the PSA copy, you submit the four photocopy of your PSA birth certificate. Number seven, for dual citizenship, four photocopies of identification certificate if the wedding occurred prior to the reacquisition of the Philippine citizenship. All right. Number eight, additional requirements in case of divorce, annulment, or death if your former spouse and if a register of marriage is filed more than a year after the wedding. So for is this one, affidavit of delayed marriage. So if you register your marriage after 1 year of getting married, you have to fill out the affidavit of delayed of marriage. Loading. That is very easy. You just have to fill out the form, but take note that they should be notarized. So you can look for a lawyer or notary public that do notarization for this one. Okay, notarize it, and you need to be this need to be original. Okay, all right, next. So you have to send it to the above address. So this with the address, this is the address if you're submitting your register of marriage to Illinois or Chicago, Illinois. But if you're submitting it to a different location, different, you have to also read the address. All right, guys. No walk-ins. Include the self-address return envelope. And they also need a priority mail. It's very easy. You can ask them that you want a priority mail, and then they will give you a priority mail. Then you have to pay for the um, post post sticker. What is that? I forgot. And then they will process and a non-refundable processing fee of $25. So the $25 you have to put it inside the envelope where you are also with your requirements, and they have it's you need to pay money order or cashier's check. First, or annulment or death with your previous spouse, you have to also provide documents. Here's the documents for death or spouse. So just have to remember if you're annulled or divorced or widowed. All right, additional requirements for that. Additional requirements, filing for more than 1 year, which is the delayed of marriage I mentioned. So they need one original copy and three photocopies. And take note, the affidavit of delayed registration should be notarized. For the form that you need to fill out, this one you don't should also be notarized. So that is how to fill out the form and how to register your marriage in the Philippines if you get married here in the US. Very easy. Okay, so if you have questions, feel free to comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.